and welcome back to SkyT. In the last episode, we worked on blood magic. We got ourselves all of the max tier altars, even got ourselves hostile neural networks going, and we visited the Illness Realm and had our first death, unfortunately. But because of that now, we have access to a lot more machines, and that means we can start working on bees centrifuging. I wanted to do mechanism reactors today as well, but unfortunately that will not be possible just yet. Probably be doing that now next episode. So you might notice there's this new room. This is where we're going to be doing passive crafting. I've moved all the infusing factories from up in the machines area, and I've replaced them all with these kind of machines. So we have pipe assemblers here, which makes all the applied patterns, all the mechanism pipes, and all of the easy pipes. Then we have this guy here, the matter infuser. He's actually really good. He's way better than the actual induction smelter. Now, there's a few recipes that are slightly different from the induction smelter. For instance, the quartz glass. I actually got rid of actually moved the induction smelter. The quartz glass in here used to require nether quartz dust, but with just the matter infuser, it just needs Certus quartz and glass. That's all it needs, and it makes it. And it's incredibly fast. So that's amazing. Other things I've done is I have worked on the bee area. I've actually got a new waypoint, and if we come down here, yeah, I've done a bit of work. Very basic stuff. All I did was make all of the ultimate centrifuges, because we did make the HDPE before, but unfortunately this will not work as of right now. Yes, they all have power, but as soon as I connect the pipe down here, our network goes down, because we are not producing enough power to keep up with the demand of this many ultimate centrifuges. And we've been producing a lot of like comb, and I really want to start getting through this all. I added a new bee, a sulfur bee, and he's actually going to be very important now later on. I actually have 5 of them in here, and they are going to be used for making a sulfur dust, which we need in a lot for mechanism. I want to make a bunch of sulfuric acid and start turning uranium into uranium crystals, which then we can use to make spirited crystals, which is needed for upgrading powah. I want to get nitro reactors done today, and we're probably going to get about 4 of them just set up. Probably just replace the nitro ones we have, or the niotic, and get them upgraded, and we should be okay on power. So the first things we need to do is get the passive crafting area up and running. And also, one last thing is I have been quarrying out the bumble zone. I think it's actually finished by now. Yeah, bees are angry because there's mobs around, but yeah, I quarried out the bumble zone. You can't see it on the map. I don't think, no, journey map doesn't show it either, but I've quarried out a massive area. You can see like this is huge, and okay, I've entered the bee areas now. They're all going to be angry at me, and it's actually still going. Look, I think I still have to go all the way like further than I can see right now, but because of that, we've got millions of honeycomb, which is kind of what I wanted, because we needed a lot of honey. If we want to process up all our combs using the ultimate centrifuges, they require honey. And of course, the best way to get honey is by centrifuging comb. So yeah, let's get to work on this guy over here. So we've set this up many times in the past in other packs. So it's basically going to have like iron go in here to make enriched iron, then into steel. And this guy here is going to make infused alloy. This guy here is going to make reinforced alloy. He's going to make the ultimate alloy. He's going to be making the refined obsidian. Then the enrichment chambers are going to be making us the enriched ingredients needed. So the obsidian, the diamonds, and the redstone, and the coal. If that's the case, actually, I need a 4th enrichment chamber. And right now, currently, I'm trying to like start using up all like the coal trees and like all the different type of tree logs that we have. I think this guy has actually finished all of these ones, which is good. It's just because this guy here is just way too slow. But we're getting through it. We already have 2.1 million coal. That's insane. And you might have also noticed there's a few liquids in here, and I'll go over those later. But first, let's get this guy here up and running. So we want an ME interface here. We want pipes coming out of it, and then out of this guy up. I have the buffers on this guy set up. So items in the top, items out the right, extra, which is the yellow, which will be our coal. And I'm going to import that in using an export bus. So if we look up enriched, don't have any enriched carbon, but we put that in there and get some acceleration upgrades. That should speed up the process of it going out, and we should have no issues there. All we need to do is just hook it up right there. Same thing on this guy. We just need carbon and acceleration upgrades and connect them to the grid. which I'm actually going to do through the floor. Since this is going to be automated and passive crafting, we definitely want to be able to set a limit to how many we want to be crafting. So to do that, I'm just going to use level emitters, and that should allow the machines to work off a redstone and stop when it reaches a certain limit in the system. This guy here is also going to use export bus and just use enriched redstone. Now skip up an extra block, and then this guy here is going to have the enriched diamond. This guy here is going to have the enriched obsidian. And this guy here, the last one, is also going to have enriched diamond, because this is how we're going to make the enriched obsidian. And then just connect all the cables. So level emitters on the front of each machine, except for this one. This one actually doesn't need it. For this guy here, we want to say steel, put steel in there, and we want to limit it to say 10,000. So when there's an equal level or above, it will emit a redstone signal, which then if we go in here and turn redstone detection to inverted, means when it receives a redstone signal, the machine will stop working. And we're going to do that for the rest of them. For instance, alloy here, we want to have probably about maybe 20,000 of these guys, because we're probably going to need a lot of these guys coming up now soon. So same thing again with the alloy here, reinforced one, 20,000, and we just need to invert the machine's redstone. And don't forget to connect them up. So each machine will extract up into the ME interface, and then once the ME interface is connected with a cable, it will go online. Whatever is in there should go out to the system, and all we have to do is stick a pipe here and filter out what needs to be extracted. So for this guy here, yep, it seems to be just pulling straight out of this guy, which is kind of what we want. So this guy here is going to be whitelisted to this, and this guy here is going to be whitelisted to iron. And then we'll put those in the last two slots just so it doesn't clutter up the input here. And there we go. Now they're fully automated. And the final thing to do is just make sure everything here has some speed upgrades. All right, so that's fully automated now. So while that's working away, building up our resources, there's a few little things I want to get done. Number one is a rancher. I want to get a rancher set up on cows so we can start making milk. So I need a range 2 add-on, and the other add-ons we need is going to be a processing, a speed, and an efficiency. We're probably also going to need some extra like blocks to stop the cows from trying to escape, so we'll just use some quartz. So essentially, what I want to do is put the rancher down right here. You get back in. Okay, I'm going to have to figure that out. What? Where'd it go? There we go. I don't know if putting a carpet right there will stop them from being able to jump out. I don't know. Might as well grow a few more cows quickly, because these guys escaped. They're going down. Okay, so they can't jump out. So yeah, just give me... Stop escaping! Okay, now they can't escape. So essentially what I want to do is grab out a point, put that right there, and give it some power. Okay? Then, I should be able to, from here, an interface, put the interface right here, grab out a pipe, and this should extract the milk out into it. So all I need to do now is just give it the upgrades, and boom, we're milking cows. Let me just get a few more cows going, because I did kill off a few. That should do. And we're full of milk, and this guy here, I've extracted the wrong way. There we go. And I just want to grab out a cable now. Oh my god, that is so loud. And under the ground right here, there should be a pipe, or not a pipe, a cable. And we just want to connect this thing to it here. Because I was working, like I said, I've got a load of fluid storage going. And there should be one dedicated to milk right here. So milk should be going in here. 10 buckets. Where's my milk going? Why are you not going into the system? Your device is online. Huh? Wait, where's the P2P tunnel? Oh, that would make sense. The P2P tunnel is here. Okay. Can I just... Oh no, I've just new device configured that. Oops. Think it was this one. Break this here. Connect the cable. And break it around here-ish. And then just load the new device. And now it should be working. Oh, yeah, off it goes. So that means it's definitely being put in somewhere. And if we come up here, it should be in here. Yes. Wow, already 100 buckets. That is insane. The reason why we needed to do that is because we will need later mixed milk tea. And that is going to be used for making the mixed tea block, which is used for making the draconic core. And we're going to need a lot of these later on, because we do need the chaotic version of the infuser here for making the bee, of course. And I think we also needed it for getting back to the overworld. There was something in here we needed from the overworld quest. And I think it was something to do with the overworld block. Ah, yes. So, tier chaotic, void portals, and another world portal frames with a bunch of antimatter and overworld blocks. So, yeah, that's why we needed to get the draconic stuff going. So, the last few things we need to get going is refined fuel, biofuel, Oreo tea, and over here then we have liquid DT fuel. We won't be doing that today. Probably next episode when we do mechanism reactors, because this does require fissile fuel or some sort of heavy extracting. Resonant ender, destabilized redstone, and sludge. We should be able to get all set up today. And this one here, nutritional paste, that's easy as well. We'll do that in the other dimension. So let's set up the Oreos quickly. It's very basic. All I need to do is just set up a sequence assembly somewhere. Maybe I didn't think about this. Because for basically the Oreos, if we look in here, the Oreo milk tea requires crushed Oreos, and a crushed Oreo is made with an Oreo, and to get the Oreo, we need filling. And that has to be poured out in a spout, and then we need to put the other half on it. So how do we do that? It's only a 2-step process, but we do need space for it. Over here, I did set up a log chopping system or a mechanical saw, and over here, I do have melted sugar making, so we might be able to squeeze it in here somewhere, or maybe get rid of the melted sugar. Maybe we don't need that anymore. Yeah, because I have been doing a lot of crafting, and yeah, in preparation, like I have all these different components here, all the different fluids. I upgraded to have even more space in my crafter. It's just a lot of stuff that was just a bit boring to do on camera, so it's just basically setting up patterns ready to go. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So maybe we'll do the Oreos later. So let's work first on getting the other 2 machines going right now, which is going to be some magma crucibles. I think I just need 2. Yeah, and then we just want to grab an interface, and we'll just pump it all into that. So we'll just set them up like right here. So one there, grab out some fluid pipes and item pipes. Fluid pipe go there, and that there. Item pipe here, item pipe there. Set the configuration, so input, output on the left. This guy, input top, output out the right. And the main thing we want is redstone. So we probably want to set up regular redstone will do, and glowstone. I think glowstone is something we're low on. Yeah, but our bees should be able to fix that now soon. So extract, 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 extract. You are going to be redstone. Oh wait, I need to give you upgrades. Redstone, upgrade, and glowstone, and then just give these 2 upgrades here just to extract out faster. Now I just need a cable to hook up the network. Redstone and glowstone, and these guys just need power now. All right, there we go. So we should be making our energized glowstone and destabilized redstone, and they should be going into their respective tank up above. The last thing to do now is just to give them some upgrades. It's going to be slow, but getting this set up early is going to be good. Redstone seems to be going really fast. And if we come upstairs, we should see it in our tanks. Yep, so destabilized redstone. And where's the energized glowstone? Right here. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's another thing we need to do right now. I know there's a little things we need to be doing, but one last thing I want to actually get right now is a couple of bees. I've actually set up another area, a deep ocean, and apparently we need this crude oil bee, this oily bee. The only way to get him is by fishing. And well, why do we need this guy? Well, the oil that his comb produces is a necessary part for getting the vanadium, which is needed for making the vanadium blocks, which is needed for the ultimate machine block. So getting this crude oil is very important. And I think it can also be refined into light and heavy oil as well, which is something we need because then you can turn this into the refined fuel, which is an item we do need. So I've made a pretty nice fishing rod right here. I'm breaking, lure, and look at the sea. So chuck that in here. And hopefully, I haven't tested this. Hopefully we do get bees spawning here. We are in a deep lukewarm ocean biome. So I guess I'll just sit here until a bee is caught. Something's coming now, actually. What do we get? A spongy bee who is angry. So get out of here. Okay, so if they're going to be angry on arrival, we need to have cages ready to catch them just in case. Hey, there we go. We got him. Now, he is angry, so I want to fly away from just a second just to let him calm down. Then again, I don't want him falling into the void because it seems like he's sinking. I probably want to catch 2 or 3 more of them. So actually, what block do they need to pollinate on? Block of bitumen. Bitumen. That's okay. So we can actually use this guy in a simulation chamber. So let me catch 4 more. All right, here's our final bee. So all we need is a simulation upgrade. Put all this stuff away. I caught a few prismarine bees, which is cool. Their temper is hostile. So Yeah, probably not want to deal with them. This one here is not doing anything, so we'll put all our bees in there. There we go. So all we need to do is just put down a feeding slab, and the oily bee just needs to process on the bitumen block. To get bitumen, what do we need? We need to centrifuge, what's this? Bituminous sand, which is made in the induction smelter with flint, sand, and coal. We don't need to store really any of this stuff, so we'll just give this guy here the upgrades and that, and give it some time in a bottle just to speed up. We just need at least 9 of this stuff here. Oh, really? Power is that big of an issue with this guy? And cool, right, these guys here should be making us our oily comb. Right, it's time we start working on the main issue at hand. Power. To upgrade power, like we said, we need to go to a void dimension. So let's make our void portal. So it's obsidian and an ender pearl. I'm gonna put this right there and go to it. So we have a gray concrete platform, and we are at level 63. We can't build any lower, so I think it would be wise maybe to go up a couple layers. And what should we make the platform out of? You know, a deep plate is probably just good enough. Right, this should work. I've raised up the platform a few steps, so we should have enough room to run cables underneath the cobble deep slate. So what do we want? We want evaporation towers. So evap, we probably need 1,000 of those. We're probably going to need probably 10 of these. Oh wait, I forgot. I stopped that thing from crafting for a second because I needed upgrades. Okay, I think I have all of the machines I more or less need set up for auto crafting, and I've crafted a few of them as well. One thing I want to do last before we go is actually make ourselves our 3 different bees from beyond Earth. So essentially, I want to get a steel bee, turn him into a desh bee, then an ostrum bee, and then a calorite bee, and then save him. Same thing again from desh to ostrum, save him. And the last one then is just turned into desh and then capture. I probably could get more, but I'm just going to set these guys up in here to do whatever. So we'll probably throw like desh down right here. So desh bee, off you go. Calorite can go like right here. So calorite bee, be free. And this guy can go right here. Nice. So now let's head to the void dimension and get mechanism up and running. So to start off, we are going to set up evaporation towers over here. So we'll select the corner. We'll come in 2 from the edge. So these guys are a 4x4, and I think you can go max of 18 tall. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 18. And actually remove that one from the top. So you want it technically 17 tall, but then you want to add 2 on the center of each piece. Because then in the empty corners, this is where we're going to be putting some solar panels. And then I can just grab out a builder's wand and build it all the way down. There we go. So in the front right here, we want ourselves our controller. On the right here, we want evaporation valves. So this is where the fluid's going to be exporting. And then in the back then here, this is where we're going to input in our water. And solar panels, we need 4 of them. Should have everything for it. Yep. So all we have to do is come up here and put them down. As you can see, it is getting actually bright up here. The higher up I go, it's just some reason down really low, it just gets dark. And yes, this does work in this dimension, which is good. I was wondering would it or not, but we have no issues. So yeah, we can see the temperature is slowly climbing. So I just need to build 9 more. Probably only going to do about 6 to 8. And then I'm going to use like 2 more for making lithium, because we are going to need lithium now for making the, what's it called? The induction matrix. And we're also going to need it for the DT fuel. Okay, now they're built. Copy and paste gadget to the rescue. One thing you need to be careful of, make sure you do have the solar panels in your inventory when you're making the paste, because if you don't, you cannot place anything where the thing thinks they were supposed to be. I had to go and paste the whole thing again just to get the solar panels on it. It was a whole mess. But anyway, I want out some pipes here, ultimate pipe upgrades, and a sink. So I'm going to put sink like right here, and then we're going to use pipes, and we're just going to hook these all up across the back here. Last thing to do is just to attach this and give it some upgrades. And we're probably going to need a lot more than just 1 connection. So I'm just going to give it 3. And if that's not enough, we can entangle this guy. Actually, no, let me do the front as well. We can entangle this guy and set him up in multiple places just to make sure we're extracting out enough water. We'll soon find out once we start extracting out the brine. So what I want to do is actually swap the ports around. So I want to put them here so they will export out into an ender tank, and then the ender tank will be going over into a supremium tank where the brine will be stored. And then we can electrolytic separate that into sodium and chlorine. And chlorine is something we're going to need now for making ourselves extended crafting. In here, we need this stuff called luminescence, and luminescence is made by using energized glowstone and chlorine with a blazing capacitor and a PRC to make ourselves the luminescence, and we also get hydrogen as a byproduct, which we can dump. But yeah, we need to set up that, and we're also going to need lithium as well from this, so this brine is going to be used for 2 different things. So, pipes either side, and we need to continue to water down this way, and now all we need is the ender tank. So, the ender tank, let's have a look here. Maybe I should set up a pattern for them. Hang on. I don't believe yellow is being used for anything, so we'll just set up about 4 or 5 of these guys here. Dye them yellow. Nothing's in there, so I'm assuming it's free. I need a bit more yellow dye. There we go. And then we can put these guys down right here. Every second one, not in each one. So I guess the last thing we can do then is set up right here the brine into chlorine and sodium. So let's just set up probably like 4 or 5 electrolytic separators here. Yeah, we'll do 5 of them. The rest will be used later on. We want universal cable across the back right here. Then what we want is pressurized tubes across the top and then across the front. Inside one of these guys, what we want to say is no items but gases. We want to export one out the top and export the other one out the front into a rotary condensator. Okay, and then that's going to auto eject out into this tank right here. This is where the sodium is going to be stored. We just need to concentrate it. Yep. Second rotary condensator here. And then we'll put our other tank right here. Actually, you know what? We can actually put it like right here. And then we configure this guy here to say no items but gases. Input the left and fluids out the top. And we also need to configure this guy too. Cool. Once we give it power and start providing it with brine, we should be good. Just using a configuration card, you can just copy and paste all the different settings into each one of the electrolytic separators. Saves you have to go to configure each one individually. So all that's left now is to grab out a supremium tank and a fluid. Actually, yeah, I forgot about a fluid pipe. That'll have to probably run underneath or something. Yeah, because I have power on the side here. So black hole tank. Tell this thing here to extract. And then we'll get our brine out of the ender tank up here. Also extract. Give me some pipe upgrades. And off it goes. So you can see now we are starting to store chlorine. And this guy here is liquid sodium. Why are you not going up? Oh, because I forgot to set the output of the fluids. Gases, no output. There we go. Right, so now what we're going to be doing is setting up our ME system access here. So we need ourselves a quantum ring, the link chamber, and a quantum entanglement singularity. We're also going to need an energy acceptor and a point underneath and set the network. There we go. So this guy has power. So if we head back now, come upstairs to this empty spot, that guy there, surrounded in the quantum chambers, and there we go. Now we should have access to the other side. The only thing we're missing now is a P2P tunnel. So the memory card and that. We will select an empty one, which is this guy here. So we'll create a new network on you, and then we'll head back. And since we're going to be setting up it probably right here, the sulfuric acid, we're just going to have this guy run out here. P2P tunnel memory. There we go. So now we have access to our ME system here. So how do we set up sulfuric acid? Pretty simple. We just want a crusher, chemical oxidizer, into a chemical infuser. Make sure you give a bit of a gap. Rotary condensator is going to go here. And then we also need a electrolytic separator. You're going to go there. We're going to need an ender tank for water. And you are going to go there, so just dye you blue, so you're with water. Now we just want to grab out some pipes. And probably a good bit more tubes. So let's make 100 of those. Blue pipe is going to go like this, and this is going to extract. And this guy here will start making hydrogen and oxygen. The only thing we need out of this is, I believe, the hydrogen. I don't think we need... No, is it the oxygen? Let me double check. Yeah, so it is the oxygen to make sulfur trioxide and sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide comes from just... chemical oxidizing sulfur dust. The reason why the crusher is there so we can actually make the sulfur dust, and that's going to come out in an interface. So sulfur in here, and then we're just going to have an item pipe that's going to pull it down. Configure this guy here, auto sort on, items in the top, export on the left. And then this guy here is going to input items, no output of anything. Gases are going to output on the left there. And then that will go into a tube, which then will go into here. We need to configure this guy now. So gas is in there, other ones output at the front. Another chemical infuser here. You're going to go there, you're going to go there, and that's going to go there. Perfect. Now we just need to really power everything, and that's more or less it, because then once everything goes in here, we have ourselves a sulfuric acid. Once the sulfuric acid is made, we want it to go into a rotary condensator and then into a supremium tank. So this guy should be fast enough to auto-eject. No items. Gases out the right. No, gases are going to be input on the left. No output. Fluids are going to be output on the right. Yes. Right, everything here just needs power and upgrades. Okay, we have a bit of a problem right now. We have no power. We've actually ran out of power. These guys here just cannot keep up. Wow, what's actually using the most power at the moment? It's probably the enrichment chambers and metallurgic infusers over here. How much power is this setup here drawing? Only 7,000? And again, the cables are full. So what's drawing that much power? It's hardly the electrolytic separators that I set up. These guys are not hardly doing anything. It must be over here. Oh yeah, it definitely is over here. 100,000 FE? Okay, we might need to turn this guy off just for a moment. And yes, everything here is back online and we are making sulfuric acid. Just need to give the upgrades. We might need to set up more than one chemical oxidizer, but we'll see how this goes for now. But yeah, we are making sulfuric acid. So let's just reconvert it back into a gas in a quantum entanglement. And then we can finally fix our power and get bees going. And there we go, sulfuric acid. Let's go back and make our spirited crystals. And oh yeah, by the way, I did chunk load the whole area. So for the crystals here, we just need ourselves a dissolution chamber, into a chemical washer, then into a chemical crystallizer. What we want to do is put this guy up here, dye him blue for water, because we of course need to wash stuff with water. There we go, export. In here, we want to say items in the top and gases also in the top, I think. What way are we doing this? Yeah, we can also do gases in the top. Okay, so items, we know items, gases in the top, and slurries, which is what is going to produce out the left. Okay, the quantum entangled porter, I'm going to stick right there. Make sure you disable all of the side configurations. And the only thing we want is gases output out the front. And we want to select our sulfur network. Okay, so now you can see the sulfur is there. And we want to get ourselves an interface. Put it right there. Usually I have them down lower, but just for this, we have to do it up here. And we're going to grab out a universal pipe. And this should be able to extract out gases and items. So now you can see sulfuric acid in there. The only thing we want now is raw uranium, which we do not have because we've of course processed it all. So the only way to get some more is by setting up a void miner. So that's going to take a second, and we're going to have to do that in the nether, I believe, because I remember looking at it for raw uranium. You find that in the nether. So we need to go to the Soul Sand Valley, which is where our main entrance to the nether is. I think we'll do it just around the corner here. This should be a perfect spot. So let me set up the actual void miner. Right, all I have to do now is just hook up the power, and this thing is ready to go. Every single one of them here have the max speed upgrades. Actually, I think the add-ons can also go in the actual drill itself. Yeah, which ones can go in there? Processing? No, and speed can't go in. I don't know what happens if you add multiple processing in. Will that make it work even faster? Let's find out. So power in, and let's see, what are we doing? If we get rid of the under chest, what are we actually mining up? Uranium, emerald, lapis, iron. Okay, we're getting a good bit of resources here. We'll have to figure out how to process all those now as well. And one last thing is just to chunk load this area. Cool. And I'll probably come back later on and copy and paste it and place it in multiple dimensions, definitely on like the different planets. But for now, we should be ready to go and make ourselves our actual better reactors. So raw uranium in here. Actually, I think I might do, it doesn't matter where it actually goes. So that goes in here, turns into dirty uranium slurry. I think it needs multiple of it. Then we need to grab out a tube. That will go across into there. Why is it not going across? Did I not configure this guy? Is it a gas? No. Oh, it is in there. It's just this guy's not configured. Okay, never mind. No items, slurries, input there, output out the left. Is it going to come out with a gas or? I don't think it matters. Okay, yeah, it's coming out as a slurry. And then this guy is just going to have items output out the top. And we're just going to run a pipe back over. And there we go. We should be making our uranium crystals. Water's getting pumped out of this thing a bit too slow, so I'm just going to add a pipe. Okay, we're not producing enough water. I guess the sink over here needs an upgrade. Yeah, now we have plenty of water. So yeah, uranium crystals. So if we look up spirited stuff now and save craft 1,000, we just need 256. So I guess I'll just AFK for a bit while that's going up. And you know what? Actually, let's actually work on the Oreo setup right here. I figured out how to do it. Actually, I think we could just put that right there. There we go. So that would only allow out one at a time. Click the hold for amount up to any amount. So if that goes in there, that will work. So the only thing we need to do now is to somehow pump in the cream into here, the filling, and then put the other Oreo half up here. How are we going to do that now? Because we need to basically separate them. We'll have a round robin, so we'll go 1 to 1 and divide it equally. The fluids, well, there's only one place where fluids can go, which is here. The filling now, that's the other thing. So the filling here requires water and melted sugar in a heated blaze burner. Okay, how are we going to make this now? Because I don't know what way I have these guys set up. I'm after forgetting. I'm after moving this guy over here. And the guy over here, this heated blaze burner, which has 6 honeycomb in him, what is he extracting? Okay, so he's not extracting out that. So the one we want in here is filling. So we need to get a bucket of filling first. So water and melted sugar. Grab out a bucket of water and a bucket of melted sugar. If they go in here, you can see they got instantly taken out. So that's not what I want. We're just going to blacklist these for the moment. And now if we put them in, it should work. What? No, it just got sucked out. Wait, did I click the wrong one or something? Why didn't it save them? Oh, okay, so I did put it in the wrong one. So now if I put them in, will it work? Yes, I just need to set the filter for filling. So I think the filling is just sitting inside of this guy right here because I had nowhere to go. Or did it have somewhere to go? Where did it go? I honestly have no clue where that went. Okay, I have a feeling it voided it because I had nowhere to store it. I put down a premium tank here and it's actually saving it now. So I don't know what was going on, but I have a feeling it was just voiding it. So we should be able to just finish this now. Quick tip as well, if you are trying to set up fluid crafting, make sure you set up correctly. Because technically when I go in here, it says like 0.437. It's actually supposed to be 0.25 for 250 mils. And this is supposed to make 500. So just keep an eye on that when you are setting up fluid crafting. So the last thing then is going to be this. So 2 Oreo halves, and it requires 250 mils. So we want to go in here and change this to 2.5. Okay, set that, take it out, put it in here. And now let's see if it makes an Oreo. Oh yeah, we need to give rotation power to this guy now as well. It doesn't have to be the prettiest thing in the world. Just hook it up with a gearbox and that should be fine. All right, so let's see if this works. We just need to hook that up there then as well. Oreo. Craft me 1 Oreo. Oh wait, I forgot. There's one more thing I still need to do. I need to actually hook it up to the network. Now if we try Oreo. What happened? Available. Huh? What's going on? Okay, I think I figured out a way. I'm not going to bother with the pumping in the thing from the tank. I'm just going to use an export bus here with the filling. It's the easiest way I can think of doing it. So that go in there, filling is going in, made an Oreo. Now we just need to export it out into an ender tank or into an ender chest. So ender chest is going to go, nope, not back there. Ender chest is going to go here. We're going to disconnect the connection here, use a funnel, and we're actually going to take the Oreo off and say this thing can only accept Oreos. And if we throw it back on the belt, into the system it goes, and the craft is done. Okay, so the only thing is filling has to be crafted when requested. So filling, I'm just going to craft, actually I don't think we need that much of it. I'm going to craft maybe about 500 buckets of it, and that should be more than enough for now. Let's get ourselves the power fixed, and then we should be good to end there. So we have a look here. Nitro crystals requires compressed calorite, nether stars, vibration mechanisms, and redstone blocks. The vibration mechanisms we've already made a good amount of. We have 100 of them here. The calorite though is the only thing we haven't set up crafting for. We did set up our calorite B, so we should be producing some calorite now. So in the corner over here maybe, I want to grab out this guy here. Actually he's still down here. I'm going to rob one of these compressors and set this up here somewhere as a passive craft. You're pumping lava into the system now. Actually, that's more than enough. We don't need you anymore. We have enough lava in the system. So the advanced compress, this guy's going to go in the corner here. Now, something about this machine has to input or export out the bottom. So the only way I can think of doing that now is going to be using an item pipe and an entangled block. So that will go there. We already have a power. We need an item pipe. Entangle you to there. Actually, no, raise you up. You're supposed to be here. Item pipe there, disconnect it from there. Then we want a pattern provider. Or actually, you know what? An interface. Actually, no, a pattern provider. We don't need a lot of calorite plates after this. So just put you there and pattern then for calorite. Make like that. Put you in there. And then grab out a cable just to connect the network. And you're done. So you'll auto eject and pull. Doesn't really matter. But just put these in here. And then just tell it to extract. And we're done. Right, just need to leave that build up for a while. Let me go process some of the calorite comb. Alright, we have enough spirited crystals to make 1,000 of them. So off it goes. And now it's already slowed down due to power issues. We're almost there. We just need to make the nitro, and when we're good. So let's have a look here, actually, because we're also going to need to do bigger reactors then later on. So I might as well set up a pattern for all the different reactors too. I think we only need the spirited ones, because I think the spirited ones are upgrading to the reactor casing. Yeah. So to make that, then we need this one. We need a pattern for every one of them. There we go. All right, nitro is being crafted now. I did upgrade these here to spirited, just because of how long it was taking. And yeah, now we're making nitro. So the only thing we need now is the nitro capacitors. And I think we need like close to a stack of these things. So it might take a second to make all this. All right, before we do anything, let's get rid of the cable that's going down right here and upgrade it to the nitro cable. Oh, does it not connect? Okay. I need to make this quick or we'll lose power in the system entirely. Okay, we should be okay now. There's 2 reactors at least still hooked up. Now we got 3. And there we go. So what we can do now is break you and then upgrade you. So we'll upgrade you to spirited. Oh, we need a few more spirited crystal capacitor things. There we go. And then nitro. 32. Are we missing a few? Oh, we are missing a few. Nitro, can you make me like another 10 more capacitors, please? Thank you. There we go. 36. Put this down right here. Let it rebuild. And also have a bucket of water on hand. You can see the items are already inside. So once it's done building, add the water. And it's good to go. And auto mode on. And compared to what we were, 38,000, we're now generating 875,000, 74, 73. Okay, it's going down, but still, that is a lot more power. All right, so we shouldn't have any issues then. So if I needed more capacitors, well, that's not an issue anymore. So craft me 100 of them. Yeah, look how fast it's going now. This is no issue. Just be ready with the bucket of water and give it to you and give this one here to you. Auto mode, and actually one last thing, let's actually upgrade our cell here to a nitro one as well. I think a nitro one can hold like 1 to 2 billion FE. This thing's only 550 million. We still got one more reactor to upgrade. And there we go. All right, there we go. 1 nitro energy cell. Remove that for just a split second and stick it back on the back there. And there we go. We have now got 1 billion FE. And the last thing I want to do actually is this thing here can transfer 10 million FE a tick. I want to actually hook this up separately down here. So if I grab out, say, 1 more of these, okay, and then craft ourselves another diamond one, then I can basically combine these together with spirited crystals to make that, and then I can recraft the next one. There we go. So I'm going to put that there and put this here. And this cable is only going to push down. And we're going to connect these on here as well. So these guys are only going to push down. Then we're going to, off the back right here, remove this, connect that there, and hook that up there. So this is actually going to pull instead. So it's going to pull power out and push it down into this guy. And the same thing here. We just need this thing to pull and this guy pull. So theoretically, we should have about 30 million inputs. Just need to bypass the limit on this guy here. And these guys are all full. Oh my god. Yeah, we don't have to worry about power. And if that's the case, then we should be able to come down here with our item pipe and hook up our bees to start processing up all their comb. I want to start with the oily comb. I want to get some of that going through it right now. Yeah, and then put this right there. And as you can see, all the diamond combs being extracted out, and it's all working. And if we come back up here right now and have a look at our power extract, We are currently extracting out 600, I think it flickers to 700,000 FE a tick, which is insane, but that is not even touching our power reserves. Oh my. All right. So these guys are insane. 800,000 each. Nice. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.